Minister Ali, good to have you with us. The question really is, how will Oman, under the new leader, navigate the turmoil of the region?
Well, thank you very much for having me. His Majesty Haitham bin Tariq bin Taimur has been sworn in, as you know. Just the day announcement came of the passing of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, and he made a very clear statement to Oman, to the world, that he would be consistent with the policies of Oman, which have been there for about 50 years, and that he will carry on the work of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Saeed bin Taimur, and that his relationship with the world, Oman's relationship with the world, will be unaffected, and that he would expand on economy and add more work towards enabling private sector. And I think this message is very clear. It reaches out and it shows Oman's commitment to the world, to the region. We believe in security of the region. We believe in stability. We seek for peace. We contribute to world peace. But at the same time, we are an inward-looking nation. So we also look at diversifying the economy. This is an effort that's been taken for 5 years, and we're building on that.
Consistent and reform at the same time. When you talk about consistency, are we looking at peaceful adoption of policies going forward in that region?
Well, consistency is in the values of Oman. Back in history, Oman has been outward-looking. It's a welcoming nation. It doesn't provoke anything that is not good for stability. So Oman will be consistent in that way, that its world for peace and for security will remain. However, reform is inevitable because in the crash of oil prices, our GDP dropped tremendously. And it dropped from about 30 billion Riyal Omani to 26 billion in 2014. Thank God now we are back on 30 billion. And so now we have to get into reform, economic reform, and enabling further the youth and the private sector to carry the future. His Majesty Haitham bin Tariq has also been the head of Vision 2040. So he is very well informed, he's part of it, and he's looking forward to it.
You talked about oil prices. Is Oman comfortable with where oil prices are right now? And at what oil price would help the economy revive?
Well, certainly $26, $27 were not helpful. Now we are at $65, very much helpful. We were hoping we'll cross the 70, but even if that doesn't happen, we are now becoming accustomed to a budget of below $60 anyway. And we've been running a budget like that. We did a bit of restructuring. So cost-reflective fuels now in Oman are in effect. People are paying the fair value of fuel. Cost-reflective tariff for electricity has been in effect for quite some time. So major manufacturers, major complexes are getting used to it. And
getting used to it, but what would it take? $65 oil, would that help the economy get revived?
Well, the economy is being revived at 60 right now, but I think more likely 70 would have been a comfortable zone for most of us in that region, not just Oman, but many of the oil-producing countries. However, at 65 right now, and even between 60 and 65, we are able now to look into manufacturing more seriously, tourism, fisheries, and logistics. And I'm very particular, I would like to talk more about logistics as well. We have a big team in Davos today on logistics. We have 5 airports where we have spent $3 billion on them. We have roads where we spent little over $6 billion on them. And we have 3 major ports outside the state of Hormuz. And that is the port of Suhar, which is with Rotterdam, the port of Salalah, which is with A.B. Muller Terminals, and the port of Duqm with a dry dock of a capacity of 200 ships per year, which is also with Anthrop. So we are very well situated for logistics.
How confident are you that you will achieve your growth target for the year? Any risks that would have to be revised downwards?
Unless something big interrupts the neighborhood, we're looking for a 2.5 to 3 percentage of annual growth. I think we are able to do that because if you look at the history of Oman since 1970, we ran a growth rate of about 6%. It only got really hurting when we saw oil prices slump from $114 way down to 26, 25. That's something huge we couldn't cope with. But we were able to remodel ourselves and re-engineer some of our deals. And now what we are looking at is also the new changes that are brought by the new foreign investment law in Oman. We have also a PPP new law, which is going to look into services. If you remember, Oman has restructured and unbundled the electricity sector in 2004. And because of that, we were able to grow at 15% instead of 5%.
Just one final question before I let you go, Minister. When do you intend to implement VAT to help your finances?
We're looking at 21 to bring in VAT. This is something people don't like, but this is something we've been lobbying for. So VAT is expected to come sometime during the year, in the beginning of the year of 21.
All right. Ali Al Sunaidy, Oman's Minister of Commerce and Industry, we thank you for your insights today.